What's going on, guys? Back here again, and once again in the engine bay, and you can see that the battery is missing. So well, let's see, long story short, the alternator is no longer there. The brand new alternator that I had put in, brand new. Come to find out, I didn't read it before I put it in. It was remanufactured in Mexico, so it's not brand new, and I've been having problems with it since I put it in. I get to 2,000 RPMs, and the battery symbol on the cluster would pop up. So today I went to start my car to pull it out of the garage, and it was completely dead. So that alternator was not charging my battery. So I still have the receipt for the alternator, so I'm going to go replace it tomorrow and see if I just got unlucky with the bad refurbished alternator and try this once again. But this time when I took it out, it took about 5 minutes, so there won't be much of a pain in the butt to put the power steering pump back on, because that's the problem I had last time, was this little bracket right here for the power steering pump. I just didn't know which way it went and blah blah blah, so I just left the bolts in to know how it went, so it won't be as hard this time. But keeping my fingers crossed that this next one I get is not a dud, because I went through my A side and my B side on my harness, and I opened these and looked at them, and I looked at this, I looked at the inside of this, I looked at the inside of this to make sure there was no cuts or anything. It's all looking good. I took off the plastic cover and looked at the wiring harness. Everything's good. And then I went down to, I even went ahead and cleaned up that ground right there. Right there. That's a ground. So I went ahead and cleaned that up. I sanded it down on the wire itself right there, and then the post where it sits. So I did that. I took my fuse box off. I looked at the connectors, the wires that come up from the bottom, and looked at all that to see maybe I have a loose ground or something. Well, I don't, so everything's good. But I guess when I went to start my car today, I have popped a battery fuse. There's a fuse that sits here that looks just like this, and it's an 80 amp, and it's for the battery. Well, it had popped. So you can tell that this is bridged right there. Well, I popped the bridge, and so I popped the fuse. And I gotta get another new one of those, put it in there. So yeah, pain in the ass. But that's currently what's going on right now. So it won't take me long to put that new alternator in. And then and try it again and see what happens, because I have not had this big of an alternator problem before. So it's just frustrating, but I'll get it figured out. So, but anyway, once I get that figured out and I get the new one, I'll take a good look at it before I put it in to make sure it's not refurbished and everything looks good, and then go from there. So, but other than that, the engine running tip top. It's doing good. Eventually, I'm gonna have to get in there, right there where my finger's pointed, is the VTEC solenoid. I'm gonna have to get in there and clean it out, take it off and clean it out. Just maintenance. So, but for right now, my main problem is that alternator. So, it was definitely not charging my battery. So, but yeah, like I said, I'll get it all figured out and whatnot. So, get that fuse and then try it again. So, that is the update. So, stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Lou Dude back here again, and today I finally went and got the new alternator for the car. So this one looks like it's in better shape, so give this one a try and see where I go with it. But yeah, it looks a lot better than the other one did, and they tested it before they gave me it, so it's running about 12, 13 volts, which is good. So now all I gotta do, which literally takes 10 minutes, is now I gotta put it in there and should be good to go. So that's my plan, but also went and got the new battery fuse that sits there. So got to get that out of the car, and then I'll be able to put it in there. So let's actually go get that. Sorry for the darkness, by the way. So the new fuse is right here. Okay, like I said, sorry about that. And here is the new, if it'll focus, that's the new fuse. That's the 80 amp one that goes and sits in here for the battery. So this wasn't too bad. At O'Reilly's I got it for about $4. Why you're not focusing, I do not know, but there we go. But yeah, so got the replacement alternator for free because I had the lifetime warranty. So I just took the receipt back with the other alternator, and they just switched it for me. So, and then paid $4 for the replacement fuse. So yeah, like I said, this should literally take about 10 minutes to do, 5. And then take this, slap it in there, and then what I'll do is tomorrow I'll take a battery and put it in there and go from there. And if I get the same signs of a battery light, then I can rule out the alternator and replace the battery and see if that's a problem, because I've checked all grounds and I've cleaned grounds, so they're all clean, so I shouldn't be getting a bad ground anywhere. So we'll see what happens. So stay tuned. Okay, so 10 minutes later, got the alternator in. The tensioner for the pulley for the belt, so much easier to find now from when I did it the first time. So everything in here is, let me see if I can get a light on here. Everything in here is nice and snug, nice and tight, not too tight. So that's all good to go. New alternator is in. Next thing I have to do is install the power steering pump, put the power steering pump on, take the good old wiring harness and button it up to the alternator. So, and I'm going to go ahead and double check this B side on the alternator to make sure, the harness, to make sure everything's good and it's all nice and tight and whatnot. So, but after that, make sure everything's all tightened down, slap a battery in after I get that fuse put back in, and then start it up, make sure nothing's rubbing, which it shouldn't, and then go from there. So yeah, like I said, it didn't take long to put that thing in. This is twice, no, 3 times I've put this thing in already. I've swapped the alternator, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So I will keep you updated on the results to see. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. And if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. That would be awesome. Let's get this channel even growing more. I appreciate the subscribers I have now, and this channel is actually growing slowly but surely, but I appreciate every one of you for taking the time to watch my videos and subscribing. So yeah, till next time, Lewd Dude out. What's going on, guys? Lewd Dude back here again, and well, I have an update for the Civic. The new alternator I put in, it's right there, and then the new fuse I put in there. Let's see if I can't show you real quick which battery fuse I'm talking about. That right there. That one right there. Anyway, replace that. And then, like I said, hook the A and B side up to the alternator and got that all squared away and whatnot, and took it for a test drive last night, and got it to where when it usually hits around 2,500 RPM or 2,000 RPM, around there, the battery light usually came on. So my battery wasn't being charged. Well, the end result, no more battery light. It is all good to go. So the end result was that the other alternator I had in there, the sorry, I can't speak. The volt regulator that's inside the alternator, it was no good. So, and it wasn't charging my battery, but this one's doing fine. No problems at all. So that is the end of that. So it is really nice to have no battery light come on at a certain RPM. So that is pretty much it. This is a pretty short video, so if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Sorry, I'm holding the hood open with my head because I just got done refixing the hood prop because it would run from there, right there, and then it would come all the way along here, and then it'd sit right there on my positive battery post. I know there's a red cover that was supposed to come over on this when it came out of factory, but like I said, I don't know what happened. Not my doing, and this is where the rod would sit. This is obviously broke. Not my doing either, so I went ahead and slightly bent it to where it's not touching anything, or it's exposed to anything that's gonna cause things to foul up. And there's a lot of clearance between my ground wire and this, so, and this is just a Velcro thing, just, and you prop it up. So, but yeah, on an easier note, I'm less stressed out because of this now. So that is good to know. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, share, and until next time, Blue Dude out.